Greetings, queens and kings. If you stopping by, welcome back to my channel, beautiful people. Listen, what is going on with this season of Sisters? I'm at the point where I'm not trusting nobody. I'm suspicious of everyone. Oh boy, but one thing we knew that we had an inkling of is that Penelope is alive. Now, how is she pregnant and cleaning up blood off the floor and she made it out? And oh, Lord have mercy. Well, thank God she's alive. But one thing that irked me was Andy acting like such a numbnut. Come on, y'all, let's get into it. Now here we got our good sis, Danny, here with Sister Soldier. Now she didn't even want to shake Andy's hand. You know, she introduced herself. She just looked at her. I said, oh God, here comes the shade. What's up with calling you, calling yourself his wife still if you're not married? And he cleaned it up, Tony, talking about, no, that's my ex-wife. Well, why did she say that? I mean, there's a strange little nuance going with their relationship. I can't quite understand. Tony seems very much on edge, and you see how he's trying to really make sure he maneuvers right around her, says the right thing, make sure he explaining stuff right away, like he kind of on edge. And Danny is pretty much peeping that all out, looking at their relationship like, whoa, like they really still too cool. My thing is, are you two still married? Did you have some kind of arrangement? Because she's really cool still with mom. She got this rank up and on her, I guess on, the station. She got the promotion as a major. He's proud of her for that. But she didn't like the fact that, Danny watched her children. He had to explain right away, I had to work overtime. I had nobody else to watch the kids. Like, okay, it is what it is. My girl watched the children. You away. I didn't know you was coming back. So, he really looked like he was afraid and made sure he explained it. So she was all excited, telling him, how her dad would have been proud. And, he was real happy. They dapping it up and all that, like they bosom buddies. So Danny, asked him, we got a date. Are we still going on it? And he was like, oh, I forgot I was supposed to take children to the movies. And I'm surprised because the shade she gave Danny, I didn't think she would jump and volunteer to watch the children so they could go out. But hey, she's their mom and she should because she's just coming back. So she said, I'll watch her. And, they start talking about his mother, favorite dessert she'll pick up. And, that was just making Danny feel a little uncomfortable. So what do you think about the dynamic of Tony? I'm still really not feeling him like that. Tony and his ex-wife. I guess ex-wife, and that whole relationship. Do you think there's going to be more issues now that she's back home sooner? Do you think he's hiding something from Danny and there's more to it than just his ex-wife and him being cool? I don't know, but something in my gut not feeling right about these two. Put in the comments what you think about it. Now, Fatima, of course, she kikiing. She's so happy because when Hayden isn't doing right or something's kicking off, not doing too good, she's upset. I mean, she's happy. So she let Andy know, come on down here because what's going on with Hayden, she is so happy about. She says, I'm going to get in there soon. And she warned her, like, Miss Marie going to be here soon. So get on your game. And that's one of the things Andy has not been doing while she's messing up this case. And Hayden is basically carrying her outside that one little win she did. And she's focusing too much on Jordan and Penelope. But she goes and meet the feds at the apartment, and he didn't want to, wanted to make sure he was careful because of their surprise witness. And who is that surprise witness? None other than Penelope. And Andy is like, Penelope? Like, she finally resurfaced. Now, our girl Pam come over by Sabrina's because, they're supposed to be getting this shower thing together. And Sabrina, her mind is pretty much all over the place, but she's still trying to do right by Karen and getting this together. Now she goes to call Danny, and Danny's like, look, I'm going on this date. I got to get my little shave on, and I really don't got time. I think she's at the salon, probably getting her little stuff snatched. And she worrying about that, preparing for the date. And Sabrina's like upset because none of her girls are there. My thing is this like during the day? Isn't people supposed to be working? Andy's at the law firm. They supposed to be working. I don't know, Karen is at the shop. Like, people work. Like, you doing this during the day, Sabrina, from the bank? I don't know. Maybe it's after hours. But she's trying to put her little favors together, and Pam is like, this little this little children's party with these cakes and this thrift store arts and craft stuff you got going on, Pam was not feeling it. But her and Maurice, seem to have that same style, and they seem to be having a good time, and they was gelling and whatnot. And she is very much Maurice's style, so they seem to be getting along good. Now Penelope is talking to Andy about what's going on, and really she's telling her, seriously, I gotta set this crazy man up. He killed my baby. And Andy, for being so concerned as to where Penelope is, I don't know what the heck is wrong with her. Why she acts so ditzy? She's supposed to be this high profile, coming from this great law firm, trying to make partner, and she's just acting like she's off. Why you feeling like I can't lie to Jordan? No, you're not gonna mess up this case. This man killed her baby, had her wipe up her blood or whatever. She got away, thank God. And now she's like in a witness protection to try to bring this guy down. You should want to do that, Andy, by any means necessary. Get rid of Gary. But you all fragile, worrying about how I can't keep this from Jordan. If she don't have a problem with her brother not knowing right now, neither should you. Don't mess up this investigation because you feel indebted to Jordan all of a sudden. Stop acting so ditzy, Andy. I just can't deal with her attitude, because someone who is smart on one end is dumb when it comes to life, dumb when it comes to men, or just plain old common sense. I can't lie, like pleading with him. No, you can't say nothing. This has to be a secret. This is a serious FBI investigation. And don't blow it, Andy, with that dumb look on your face. And this woman is basically pleading. This man killed our child. If he don't care about his own baby, you better watch your back and make sure he's gone for good. But I'm afraid Andy might mess this up. It's ridiculous. This girl is terrified, and with good reason. So now we have our boy coming to the gym, and this was one of the most endearing points of the season. Not of the season, but of the episode. I really like the fact that Aaron and Zach came to a meeting of the minds. And they, let bygones be bygones. They was real cool. And they even joked about, how could us of two people get this woman pregnant? Like, this is crazy. Me and you both with the same woman. And they agreed and laughed it up, dapped it up. Zach got to be funny or whatever about your dad bod. You need this. I got the body of a 20-something-year-old, but you and this old man. So, he got to be slick with it. But it was good. It showed a lot of maturity. They thought it was just funny. Even Aaron said he investigated it. And like the percentage and the odds of this happening is crazy. And they like, yeah, Karen of all people, like, this is crazy. So, yeah, they came to a very peaceful. And I really don't think Karen is going to like this when she find out how cool they are. What do you think she's going to think? You think she's going to cause a ruckus or what? Put it in the comments. Now, Maurice going to act like after Pam left and she wanted him to be ambassador of her products. And he was like, what's an ambassador? If it sounds regal and feels very royal, of course, he was like, I think I like that. And, looked up and she showed him her products and how good she doing. He like, bitch, you doing real good. And so she like, yeah. And so he was like, okay. And so I was like, I like the fact that Pam is more intermingling with Karen's friends, and, and have more than just, they doing more with her character than just being Karen's pushover and doormat at the salon. So then when she leave, he like, I don't like that bitch. She doing too much. And she was like, excuse me. Sabrina was like, that's not the pot calling the kettle black, because Pam is just like Maurice. I guess he said we can't have two fabulous queens in the same room, but whatever. You her ambassador now, so you better get along with it. So after a while, she was like, "What you doing?" And Rich was coming over, and he was like, "Oh God, I know what that means. Well, I don't want to be in your old funky apartment anyway." And I was like, "Maurice, you a mess." So he gathered his little stuff up. and escorted himself on out. But that scene, as much as Maurice sometimes get on my nerves, with him, Pam, and Sabrina, I like that little scene right there. Now, here back at the shop, I'm like, Karen sounds legit happy for Pam and her little date. Like, she really is not sweating that guy. And, happy that Pam had a good time. I hope so. Now, I don't know how serious Pam and this guy going to get. But the more serious they do get, I think she probably thinks it's one of them things that's not going to last. I think she's going to show a little shade and a little jealousy if they get closer. But, she was pretty happy about it. Said they had some drinks or whatever. She got a little drunk or whatever. And then old boy comes by and has, something he wanted to share with her about helping her business. A friend of his that he knows that's selling hair products was giving out samples. And the sample was so good that it allowed him to want to go for more. So she was like, she really appreciated the fact that he's helping with her business. And I hope Karen does treat Pam better with a little bit more respect. We know how Pam could be, but I'm so proud of her that she's really kicking up her business game. Her products seem to be doing very well. Even Karen's mother used it, and it's doing good. Now, I don't know if one day Karen is going to get a little jealous when she blows up outside of that shop and her business, maybe something where it's a well-oiled machine and she may need a bigger place and more products, and she may be leaving leaving Karen. So we'll see. Now, of course, Fatima's happy because she knows Hayden's a little upset. Stuff is going on with this case, but take it down, Fatima. Of course, Hayden's saying, I'm going to have Miss Marie wrapped around my finger, not knowing old Mama Bear was right behind you. And, she didn't like what she heard. Now, Fatima is sitting there taking it all in, and it's not going good. Come to find out, the surprise witness that they didn't anticipate, they wasn't on a chant like they supposed to. And Andy, bottom line is not doing her due diligence. She really isn't. Yeah, you helped an investigator or whatever, somebody in your team help come up with all this money that you found, but it's still, the case is not over. So don't settle on that like, oh, you got to win. And Fatima told her that because Hayden gonna always be on to something. So Miss Marie was pissed. She don't give a doggone who y'all think y'all are, but when it comes to my money, I don't give a damn if this man, what she said, if the ex-husband, if he bought a t-shirt or whatever, I want to know about every damn dime he's spending and what he doing, because that's her money. And she don't want to lose any of her money in this divorce with this man. So Mama not playing. And she put it down. So Hayden wheels are turning, and he's going to, try to come out of this in some way, shape, or form, because you're not going to make him look bad. And he told Andy straight up, you got to leave your little boyfriend situation alone and put your head in the game and quit trying to one-up me. And they need to stop one-upping each other and work together as adults in this firm with this woman's case. Andy, get your head in the game. Mind your business. Just work with the FBI, whatever, Penelope, and bring Gary down. But focus, period. So Sabrina called her, let her know, what's up with the shower. You wasn't there to help. I'm like thinking to myself, Sabrina, the woman got a job, girl. Do the shower. You got Pam. So old boy, as always ready to come over and have sex. That's all they seem to do. I don't see anything deeper in this relationship than having sex and her wanting this baby. And I'm pretty much sick of it because that's been their whole storyline. Rich is not for it. I don't know why she's still dealing with him outside of sex. But if you come up pregnant, why he gonna ask her you stop taking the birth control? Don't you know she's on fertility drugs? That's what's confusing to me. Why are you having sex with a person that's on fertility? And she said, with or without you, I'm going to have this baby. So stop having sex with the woman. She's looking to get pregnant. Then leave her alone. You two are not on the same wavelength. So after he told her how she felt, she got an attitude. She basically left, went in her room, and that fun was done. Now Maurice, he sees his boy, his man is over there cooking for him. He don't like the fact that he baking oxtails instead of stewing it. I get it. Hey, food is high. Oxtails is not cheap. Don't be messing up my meat if you don't know what you're doing, old boy. So I got it. I understand. Don't be going. I do the same thing with my children. If you don't know how to cook something, do not waste my food. It's too high. So, and then he rearranged and organized his closet. Maurice ain't like that crap. He like, listen, don't go in my shit. I know where everything is. It's very, I forgot he said dysfunctionally organized, but it's disorganized chaos, but I know where it's at. And so if I ask you to do it, then you do it. Other than that, don't touch my stuff. Then he tried to apologize and said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Old boy was insulted. So he left. In the meantime, you got old Hayden here with Miss Marie. You know, he come by. I think she had her hotel suite, and he trying to apologize, you know, what went on with the case. Now, you see this woman up here with her robe on, and he trying to lay the charm on. You know, I can't stand Hayden, but, you know, he'll follow or something. So, Miss Marie like, I'm going to get her. Now, answer me this. Riddle me this. Put in the comments. Now, you think Marie is setting him up? You know, she like men. She already said, made it very clear she had her stuff on the side, even though her man was cheating. So, she does her thing, and she probably love younger men. So, she was like, what you going to do to make it up for me? And Hayden is all in for it. Now, do you think this is going to be a plus for Hayden in this case? Is she just using him to test his character and his integrity by sleeping with her? She going to still get some on the side, but she could very well dump him and be like, just because I let you screw me don't mean you got it like that. I don't know. I mean, is she really feeling him like that, or you think it's a setup? I don't know. To be continued. So now Karen just called Sabrina to thank her on what's going on so far, telling her make sure Pam don't be bringing no hookah in the party. But she said, you know, yeah, it's coming along, and she just, you know, thanked her and told her she talked to her later. You know, it's a lot on Sabrina's mind. Now they interviewing Zach and Fatima, the new nanny. I told you I don't trust nobody. You know we can't trust Gary. We can't trust everything he's scheming against Jordan. We can't trust him no way, shape, or form. Now they got this woman who seems to be the perfect nanny at the end. I don't know, Mama, I want to trust you. But then I wonder if she's some kind of ploy or setup in their house with this child. I don't know if I could trust her. Maybe she had the mother, had the aunt or something coming back. I don't know. But this lady seemed too good to be true. I'm wondering if she on the up and up. To be continued. I hope she is. But they was happy when they saw her because all these other candidates just was not doing it. So they was like, yeah, we found her. We found the perfect one. So they was happy. They can't seem to stay happy unless something's messing it up, right? Now, here Jordan is with his assistant. Number one, the man gave you coffee. I wouldn't trust the coffee. Something probably was in the coffee, so he had to reroute to another game plan. And then he wants something stronger. Bad move, Jordan. Now, here we go at the bar. Maurice tells his friend on what happened with him and his man. And he basically let him know, you never got help from what happened with Q. And you at the point now when somebody's doing something for you, you know, the man was in his stuff, I guess with his food, in his closet with his clothes. He got a flashback of Q taking everything that he owned. And I get it, Maurice. That was a rough situation he was in, very traumatizing. And what he did was he left Q and went on to another man. Now, unless you get help for it, don't go on to the next relationship. And I said that a couple seasons back, where everybody who gone through trauma in their life always going on to the next man or woman without getting help. And Maurice realizing I'm effing up my relationship because of Q. So now old boy comes back. He's Danny wants to talk to him about the situation with his baby mother. Y'all so cute. She getting mommy donuts and all this. She wants to talk about it. Like, this is a very uncomfortable situation. You know, how am I going to deal with this with you two? And he acting like it's nothing. You know, we still cool, but we remain friends. And of course, just like Rich, all they want to do is solve everything with sex. And that's what's pissing me off about these guys. Because these women, that's all they getting out of these men right now. And mind you, there may be some good conversations, serious conversations. But don't push that out of the way as if I'm being paranoid when it's a serious issue that I want to talk about. And you just thinking sex is going to solve that. You know, don't do that to me. And that's what Tony doing. So now he's up there making a drink or whatever with him and this guy, which is very unprofessional. You shouldn't be drinking with this man. You really don't know this guy outside of this fake resume he drawn up. And so now they kick in. And while he steps away to answer a call from Andy, and Andy told him to be careful. Like, you know, mind yourself. You know, like, watch your drinking, you know, whatever you doing, just chill. Well, while Andy's talking to him, old boy's over there setting up the drinks. And yeah, he's slipping a Mickey in it. And it worked pretty fast. And this is what you get, Jordan. You like, you know, I can't get with this guy. But, have some common sense. You just as much as a dingbat and an airhead as Andy is sometimes. Maybe you two are good for each other. But think with some common sense. It was wrong for you to do that. Now you took the drink and instantly he feeling dizzy. And the guy just like, well, maybe, you need to go and lay down. He like, yeah, maybe I have to. And basically passes out. I'm like, what are you doing? So he went down there and, dragged the body. And I don't know where he's going to take the body. I don't know what the situation is going to be the next day. But it wasn't good. So what's going down, fam? What do you think about Tony and his wife / ex-wife? What do you think about Jordan? What's going down with Miss Marie and Hayden? I mean, this is getting juicier by the minute. But the more people they introduce, the less I trust these characters. So we shall see. But until next time, family, remember to stay authentically you. Be safe out there. Protect your mental state and well-being. And remember, live the life you deserve. Peace.